Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Livestream Takeover. Let me know if I sound like a chipmunk or if my audio is correct. I think that I've got everything set up properly, but I've replaced the last cable, and yeah, if I have blackout tonight, I'm gonna lose my mind. So anyway, Matt is absent for the first portion of this video, possibly the whole thing, but we'll see. So anyway, thanks everybody for joining. I am not gonna lie, I had a little bit of a scare. The new cable that I purchased for this to stop my blackouts was not immediately working, which had me quite nervous and a little worried that switching out the cables damaged something in the camera, because that's the last thing left in this entire chain. But we are here, and yeah, live stream episode 242. Wild. Hopefully Matt makes it back for the last half of this. As you will have noticed, we did not have a praise wheel episode for this week, which unfortunate, but that's because Matt and I have a video coming out tomorrow that is you'll see when you see why we think that it's absolutely ridiculous and why we did it. I need to go back and check my email to see what time I can release the video, but I think it's going to be in the morning. So you'll see then what is going on and how that all goes. But I have high hopes. I do have to finish my edit tonight still. I got most of the edit done last night, and then we'll go from there. If you hint fire on a if you hint fire on Elijah, what happens? Just saying that partially plays into tomorrow. A little bit of fire. Scared me a little bit. It's okay. The picture quality does look better. Well, man, if that if that was a thing, Relarlo rally, no, absolutely not. Matt and I both got an email from Relarlo on that, but I don't think Matt would mind. Matt and I both took down our previous Relarlo videos, and it was there was some kind of weird business that went on with them behind the scenes, and with a handful of creators. And I think we have collectively, the handful of us that knew about it or were involved, we're all just like, I think we step away from this company and do not participate. So that was so I do not believe that we will be doing any more Relarlo content unless they make right with the others. Yeah, I did not participate in the issue that was created, but that created the issue or whatever. But I just I'm fine with stepping away from this as well, and we'll pull these videos down and just say we're good. So yeah, that's fun. But I was so ridiculously busy the last couple of days that I did not have time to get the guest situation organized. So you either get me for the duration of tonight, or Matt will make it in when he was thinking that he could be here for at least the last half. But that's the current status. I've got a handful of projects that, well, so tomorrow's video release kind of took up most of my time since last week. Well, last live stream ish. And I think maybe Thursday we started on it and came up with it. So I finished last night, got most of my video shot. I still have to figure out exactly how I'm going to do it. Where's Dogan? He's always down to live stream. Like I said, I just didn't have time to message anybody, and I just didn't get to it. But you know, I apologize. We'll power through. Gunner, thank you very much. Praise wheel, use hashtag that's it for 20% off. Yes. So if you head to satisfiedjerky.com, use hashtag that's it, 20% off all of the jerky that's left in stock, because Gunner at this point is going to be pausing the business from just a time standpoint, and you know how that goes. So check with that, or check out what he has left. Go to satisfiedjerky.com, hashtag that's it. It's an easy code too. Definitely worth some savings. Gunner had some stuff that had just gone past the sale date, and he gave me a bin of it at the swap meet, and I handed it out around the office. I was the most popular person walking around with a plastic bin at that particular moment. We want Nicole. She is currently watching Game 5 of the Dodgers-Yankees World Series, which got a little bit more interesting last night for all of you baseball fans. I am a peripheral baseball fan. I don't watch much baseball except the Royals, but the World Series this year turned into something that's not too bad to watch. And yeah, so she is intense on that. I think the Yankees are up 4-0 currently. Yeah. Here's a good question. Do members get the secret squirrel special video early, or is this a special video? So the video is a new release. And we are, in agreement not to release them early. So I can't put it up early today. Like if it goes up a little early for members, maybe. We'll see. But I don't know. This point, it may only be it may just be an on-time release, just because of obligations that we agreed to. H10 kit. It is not a Vanquish release. This is not something I have any control of for that type of thing. Baseball's boring. This year, new rules in baseball changed a lot. It's actually it's much faster paced now. Not too bad. So yeah. That's where Nicole is, and you could not pry her away. What time will the release be tomorrow? I need to check my email on that still, because I don't really remember. I definitely saw an email, and I definitely remember it's on the 31st, and that's about where my memory stopped on it. So that'll be good. Let's see. It's probably the FMS FCX10 Yoda. It is definitely not. I don't do much of the FMS stuff. I've determined that their stuff is generally not for me. It's not made for how they just decide to want to focus their things. Just really isn't something that does it all that much for me. So it is not FMS. Where is Matt? Matt is at some sort of work function, like real work function that has taken him away. I'm sure he is whining. He's probably coming in with multiple collars buttoned all the way up, overlapping, in some sort of hair gel. I would guess. So yeah, that's that's current, but hopefully it he wasn't totally sure on what the schedule for that was going to be, if he was going to be able to get out or not. But thanks everybody for joining in. So it's at the Bikini Bar. I am glad to be off of that last project that you'll see tomorrow and back onto my Buggy, though, because this thing is really what I want to be working on the most. I've been working on a new scale engine for it specifically, but the nice thing is that the way that I'm getting the engine designed and all that, it should work on a lot of VFD equipped vehicles. Probably best fit for VFD stubby equipped VFDs, just because of the distance from it. Actually, I don't 100% know that. It might fit in more. I haven't checked, but it sits roughly 32 or 3 millimeters proud of the face of the motor plate. So that's depending on the truck. But if you have a stubby equipped VFD, it'll sit in there. It's not in here at all currently. This vehicle, the Rockabilly, the full size Rockabilly, it runs a 4.3 liter Gen 1 GMV6. I'm kind of going off of a Gen 4, but really that's pretty much the same other than like displacement on demand stuff, which who cares? So yeah, I've got some exhausts to finish designing and an oil pan to finish modifying. And then I'm going to be pretty much ready to get that out there. I did release the Ecotech engine from the Jimmy's build for purchase on its own, though. It's on my website now. You can get that there for like, I don't know, $4 or something like that. Is the LS file you sell on your website designed for the stubby? It's designed for the non-stubby. I don't know if it would have any issue in a stubby, though, other than it'd be quite a ways back. So the placement of this V6 was trying to be as scale appropriate to the full size as possible, which is why I changed that. Hey, Josh, any chance you're going to do a Friday night live stream? It is possible this week. I won't know for sure until tomorrow, but then I'll have a much better idea. Have you tried the Reefs transmission? I have not. I don't have one of those actually currently. I've got a couple of small compact transmissions, but mainly from Deluxe. I've got 2 Deluxe Portal Trans and a Deluxe NOD, but yeah, I haven't had a reason to try the Reefs one. They're very similar, compact and small. There's not a lot that changes from those small transmissions from one to the other. And I've got those Deluxe Portal transmissions that I've kind of moved around in a few spots. One is in, oh no, it's not. Never mind. I sold it. I had the UC Fab Moon Buggy that I sold. I don't own that anymore. But I had one of them in that. I think I did take it out though. So it's sitting around here somewhere. I don't remember where. Then I've got one in my Deluxe Asylum Sporty Kit up there. And I have one in my Brazen Scale Hilo Chopra, I think they call it. So we have a capper cage that sits on top of a Brazen Scale Hilo. Josh, you still playing BeamNG? I haven't in quite a while. I used to play it in here in this room when it had a PC, which I do not have anymore. I've switched to a Mac in here as well for ease of a number of things. And I still have PCs, but I don't have any of them hooked up. And I just haven't had time for any gaming in quite some time. So yeah, kind of how it goes. The Woods Runner has one too. Nope, Woods Runner is a full VS410 Pro. So built VFD, F9 axles, front and rear under that. Have you watched Mad Fish Motorsports and Design? I catch you talking about drag racing RC from time to time. Check it out. I really don't watch any drag racing RC videos. I watch full size drag racing a lot, but I don't watch any RC drag racing. I do watch some RC videos. I won't say that I watch none. Mainly, I watch a lot of live streams, really. CCX has a live stream on Tuesdays that I watch. Brazen Scale has a live stream on Mondays that I watch. When Matt has an extra one, I watch that. I go back and watch all of my own over and over. I'm kidding. And then I watched Logan's, his regular videos. Watch those. Matt's videos as well. I enjoy those. And a couple of others here and there. But most of my YouTube is, I don't even know, like my YouTube algorithm is very weird. It's a lot of just things that you probably wouldn't fully expect. Let's see. I've got some Vegas Matt, which is like gambling dumb police chases. I like watching those. Some news stuff here and there, not very much. I really don't like the news. Then I've got Mr. Zach, previously of Hoonigan in there. Some Doug DeMuro, Vin from Hoonigan previously. Then I watch actually some gaming stuff. Just ridiculous. Gunner, thank you again. Now that USVF has this SCX6 trans, can you design a tube chassis, please? And thank you. I'd like to do one in time. Oh my god. Yeah, that's hey, there's Logan. Look at that. Hey, I appreciate it. Got a full-size video in the works right now. See? There you go. I watch a lot of fab videos as well. Morgan Clark Designs. I know I've talked about him a bunch of times. I've really been enjoying the CJ Race Cars videos. They're the ones who just built Cletus's new car, Eagle. Cletus is probably my favorite channel. I just like that content a lot for some reason. But Donut Operator, I'm a fan of Donut Operator. Subscribe to his Patreon. Yeah. The oops, what's it? The J catch for the 6 looks pretty legit. Absolutely. I mean, and 1/6 scale stuff is definitely cool. Definitely, for sure. I watch detailing videos. Interesting. Oops. I'm all about the crazy cop chases. Oh man, just get some Georgia State Patrol action, Arkansas State Patrol. Some of those Arkansas cops who can sniff out the drug smugglers. So good. Yes, CJ Racing's work is insane. And the nice thing that I like about the CJ Race Cars YouTube channel is the like in-depth they go to in some of like the fab work they're doing and stuff like that. I really like that. So I think that that's I like when they go into the detail of some of the fab and why they do this or why they do that. It just I find it really, really interesting to watch. Yeah. Second Dirthead Shed. I've never heard of that. I've never seen that one. Yeah. Grind Hard. They just never super did it for me. I don't know. It just didn't. Some of their early stuff I kind of liked, and then I just kind of lost a little bit of interest on it. Yeah. CJ Race Cars has crazy attention to detail. Yeah, that's what I really, man, seeing people go through, no matter what well, I won't say no matter what, but in many disciplines of fabrication and things like that, and seeing the attention to detail or the reasoning behind a choice they make for fabrication, that's what I really like. Morgan Clark Designs are really good at that as well. Sheet metal work and tube design, tube placement stuff. Yeah. That's watching the doors come off Leroy was hilarious. I agree. I have YouTube videos playing 24 hours a day with all the channels I watch. I listen to a lot of YouTube videos, or while I'm working or editing, I'll have them playing either on a small portion of my screen or mirrored on my iPad off to the side. I have headphones on a lot of the day or a lot of the evening while I'm working. So listening to YouTube, I just, so like a lot of the channels that I watch, it has to be something that is descriptive or that I don't have to absolutely, constantly back and forth. Like the Vegas slot machine videos, like that, it sounds so ridiculous, but it's just like some noise in the background that obviously they've paid a lot of money to perfect those noises to make them sound interesting. And maybe that's why I like watching those videos. So as a fabricator, it's hard for me to watch fab videos, but Morgan Clark is a definite must watch. Yeah, and I would not consider myself like a fabricator like that, or so it's, but oftentimes for me, a lot of times it's just either the way they describe things or the way that they produce the videos that makes such a huge. There's some really good fabricators out there that I just do not like their video style and can't watch. So the little bit of that. But speaking of fabricating, the Jimmy's Buggy, Jimmy's Buggy. This is not that one. This is the other one. This is the Rockabilly, which I still have not fixed my toe problem, but I do have the links to do that right here, so I can get that done. Hopefully quick. I need to get the engine in there, model the exhaust, get that in. Oh, we should do a little bit of mail call. Move that out of the way so that doesn't show up in the video. That's from tomorrow's video. But it was right there. Excuse me. Oh crap, I didn't bring him in here. I got some lights for the front of this that I have to I'm told that I need to try and put together. They use some of the tiniest hardware, and Brett from Brazen was like, hey, you need to try and do that on video because it's absolutely ridiculous to watch. So I'm like, okay, I'll try it. As a fabricator, I watch a lot of fab videos. Some are better than others. Yeah, and sometimes the two fabricators can be on such an even level, and one video so much better to watch than another. Couldn't see it, but it seemed small. That was a portion that had become unused after what I did. I promise you, it is not small. Josh, didn't you have send stuff made for the optic? I sure did. And it is right here still, unopened, as you may notice, because I just have not been able to get back to this project. This was something that I was doing a beta test for Send Cut Send. They launched a program where you could have, if with a limited number of or thicknesses of materials. This is 5052 1/8-inch thick aluminum, and they basically added a thing where you could basically go for like next day turnaround on your parts. So they're like, hey, draw something up, have it cut, and send it, and then just see like how the checkout process goes, what you think of the price, all that. For us in the RC world, it probably isn't all that worth it because these parts I think maybe were $20, something affordable like that, maybe 30, I don't remember. But the rush fee and rush overnight, next day hand delivered service was like $115. So if you're a full size shop, or you're you're crushing on a race car that you need a part for to make it to an event or something like that, and you're going to spend a few $100s on large laser cut pieces, $115 may not be that bad. For RC parts, I'm like, hey, it worked great. The UI was easy and all that, but this part, not so much. So Send Cut Send has been great. And that's just Mr. Velocity Addiction, thank you very much. I work for a company that certifies slot machines. Very noisy building. That sounds very interesting, actually. I'd like to know more about that. Steve D, member for 5 months. Thank you very much. Hey, I have YouTube Premium. I download yours, Matt's, and others, and listen while I'm working. Since they're downloaded, I'm not burning through data. Yeah. I have unlimited data, which is nice, but I have no service at work hardly, even though we're in the middle of the city. But we're also in a really crappy part of the city, so maybe the copper got stolen out of the cell phone tower. I don't know. So I'm on Wi-Fi most of the day anyway. I'm at Wi-Fi at home. But when I'm gone for like events and I'm watching videos a ton and uploading from my phone, I'll get the nasty gram text message. It's like, hey, you've already used 18.5 gigs of data. If you surpass 23 gigs, you may be throttled. Like, well, I'll see you then, because it's gonna happen. Buck Dandy, thank you very much. I sent some files last week and they shipped the next day. Love me some Send Cut Send. No sticker though. You know, the sticker, not a guarantee, but it gets in there. Thank you also, Tyler. So when's the video of the Smoky C7 burnout? One, I do feel like I'm gonna probably end up with some new tires on there fairly soon. So maybe right before that, the end of these tires. I get throttled every month. Yeah, unlimited data. Phone companies are such. Yeah, I agree, and I pay way too much for my phone. Whatever. I did get a new phone this week though. I got my new 16 Pro Max, 1 terabyte. Yay! My old phone. Well, it was quite old. Quite old. VP should start including candy with their shipments. Hashtag Skittles. Man, that would probably be a problem because I'd be always know that there's a huge bucket of candy over there. And I was like, I should go over to the shipping room. And you know what? I'd feel bad when we shipped candy to, you know, diabetes, the sufferers. And obviously that is something that we we consider. So, and again, I would give myself probably diabetes with having huge amounts of candy around at all times. I fail. False. The best phone. Love it. So nice. The Josh, if you checked out Black Widow mufflers, they sound pretty good. Zero drone in the cabin of the car. I have not checked out that, but do have a relationship with MagnaFlow. So I feel like the MagnaFlow may be the one that I choose. MagnaFlow's on the side of our trucks, stickers. Got some friends down there. Might happen. Any regrets on having bought the Mac Mini just ahead of the new one being released for pre-order? Not really. I mean, always I would rather have the newer one. But for what this one is doing in here, it's basically to run this. It is, which basically means it runs Chrome. I don't do a lot of heavy lifting in here anymore. I just, if I'm doing CAD work, I'm out at my other desk. It's more comfortable. It just, that's where I'm working more often than not. So, but I do believe Matt did pull the trigger on the new one. So for his area, it would have been nice to have the extra ports and things like that. So I am jealous of that part, but I'm not that mad about it at the same time. I'm type 1. Is the donation site still available? Nope, it's closed. The event is over and all done. And we hit like $3,000. It was nuts. It was like it just broke bink right over. Someone was just like, "Oh, it's super close," and like donated a little extra. Might have been Chris Kelly. I can't remember for sure, but he sent me. I saw a message from him later on after, but yeah, it was pretty awesome. So I'm diabetic. Send the candy. I wish more company would give stickers and candy to their products as a guy who built many one-to-one cars. RC guy. Sorry, you're gonna. I mean, I know what you mean. It's it was Chris Gill. There he is. I couldn't leave it at 598%. So Nicole's goal was $500. That we would have been super pumped with that, and it went so far beyond, and it was really special. So we all felt super awesome about that, and it was super fun. Are you going to release the files for the H10 build off speaker box? Yes, as soon as I finish it. Matt and I decided to postpone Praise Wheel this week because of our projects that we release tomorrow. And after that, we'll get back to it. I need to finish a couple of things on the design of it for how all that goes. I did order what was that company? Scale Audio Designs speakers. No, Scale Audio Solutions speaker setup, which has not arrived yet, which I think I had been prepared for properly beforehand. But hopefully that gets here before too long, and I'll be able to have it prepped for building my own. I have not put Matt's back together yet. But it's fine. The how long have you had said release? I don't know, couple weeks, something like that. But Matt and I didn't come up with an idea until last week on Thursday. Well, like it was a 3-minute discussion. We're like, came up with it, like, okay, cool. And then like, let's go. Are you still keeping count of how many RTRs are released this year? I do not have an up-to-date accurate count currently. I don't. So I'm gonna have to figure it out, I guess, if we get to that point. It's a 110 scale Corvette. No, but the speaking of that, so the Rockabilly, this thing here, I designed up a hood that kind of matched the style of the full size, and I was just like, I didn't like it just because of slight difference in proportions of how this thing sits and fits, and I was just like, I don't, I don't really like it. Um, so I have to design up a new style hood, and I was just thinking, I was like, maybe I want to design it up. I'll add some of the lines and character, cues from my C7. That could be fun. Rob Austin, thank you very much. Regarding fasteners, 1.5 to 4 millimeter, where do you find bulk fasteners, both stainless and steel, button and socket head? Are they verified? Thank you. So for hardware for me, I buy or get, I guess, mainly through a company called Olander, but I don't know if they do direct to customer sales. That is our supplier for hardware for VP. So if I need extra hardware, I get it from them. Also, if I need, 100 of something and not, 100,000 of something, then I get it from McMaster. McMaster Car is just, I mean, you can't beat McMaster. They're just the best. They have everything. They have good quality hardware, steel, stainless steel, any head style, every length. Yeah, I can't say that I know of a single better place. So that's just the thing that I don't even think. You can go to Fastenal. Is Fastenal like locally now? The Fastenals were just like, no, it's a business account only now. But maybe that's location by location. I know that the one closest to us does not do like walk-in traffic anymore. The Tom Baker, thank you very much. Leroy inspired hood. Leroy doesn't have a hood. I guess he's got a whole hood now, right? Which the new body on Leroy is kind of C7 inspired, if you remember the Star Designs videos. So, but it had an eagle on the front of it though, so no. RC Underdog, thank you, Paul. Wanting to prepare for a personal cage truck build. I have set to memory I need 3/16 material, but I'm going to be brazing. What rod do I need and where can I find it? Also, do I need flux? Absolutely. So I did a video specifically on exactly what you're talking about. Brazing with 3/16 material. And in that video, I put links and I talked about the differences between the types of brazing material, like safety sealed 45 versus safety sealed 56. 45 is fillet forming, so it kind of flows the joints a little bit better, gives you a little bit of a nice fillet. It gives you a good bond. 56 is a little finer and it kind of wicks in and it won't build up. So if you have any very fine gaps, the 45 is absolutely better for that application. 45 is also a little bit cheaper. And then you do need flux. You can get flux coated rod, which is okay. I personally don't like it as much as the paste flux. But again, I put links to all of that stuff, both types or all types in the description of that video. It gives you a really clear understanding of that stuff. And is, in my opinion, the clearest that I feel like I can give. And I think that's a good place to go. I also have links on my website for like the Jimmy's car and the Rockabilly here as far as the tubing, because you can pick up the tubing from Stock Car Steel, but they also have a discount code that for me, it's Harley Designs 2415. 24 as in the year, 15 for 15% off. And yeah, it's it's not, I don't get anything from it, but you can save yourself 15%. So when I haven't had to buy any since they put the discount code out, because I bought a lot right before that. And so I haven't even got to use the discount myself. Does soldering flux work? I don't know. I don't think so, probably because temperature range. I think you want the paste style flux, like I was talking about. Coated rod sucks. Get the stay still flux. Yeah, agree. I don't like the coated rod myself either. The it's just my opinion. Yo, what the fuck is up? Are you using flux while TIG brazing? Nope. Nope. No flux needed for that. The gas of the TIG, the inert gas portion of the TIG, is basically that, flux with a torch. The flux is trying to give it that shield so that it doesn't, have the same types of oxidation or anything like that. So you're just doing that with a gas flow instead. Thanks again, Paul. I want to do 1/4 inch solid rod, but I feel like that would be ridiculous. So 3/16 it is. 1/4 inch solid is very heavy. And also, if you're brazing, it's hard to get as much, like solid rod versus tubing. It takes a lot more heat from a torch, so it's harder to braze. It's it's something to consider, that it takes you a lot more time with the torch to get enough heat in there to melt your brazing rod adequately to make sure that everything flows. So consider that. And for that reason, it's also a lot easier to cope tubing than it is rod, just because you're not physically filing through as much material. So consider tubing if you can, especially if you're brazing. I think it's a good choice. The it, you know, it's just easier to work with in general. It's easier to bend. Well, it's easier to bend if you have a tubing bender. If you For solid rod, you can bend it in a vise. It's not going to kink or anything like that. So there's pros and cons to both. I buy brake line by the roll. Brake line is okay. Brake line is just weak. It's thinner wall. It's not as quality of material, so it's easier to like cave a tube or bend a tube. And if you're spending all the time to build something, it'd just be nice if it stands up a lot better. So for that reason, also you need to strip the tubing and get all the coating off so it doesn't contaminate your joints. I I try to tell people, like, if you can pick up some good tubing, get away from brake line, and you'll be super happy to not be using it anymore. There's a lot of advantages to using something like the hydraulic tubing that we have here. The um, brake brake tube will also crack. Yeah, crack, cave in, collapse, just bend from a easy impact on the rocks in general. You're just you'll I think you'll be a lot happier if you just spend a little bit extra. You got to order it, ship it, get it in 3-foot lengths. That way, the shipping is the most reasonable, and you get that. Like a Furitech cage, I still have not found where I put that stupid cage. I can't believe I have somehow lost it. I'm lost it. I just don't know exactly where it's at this exact moment. Anyway, most of the stuff that I got this week, I can't. It's for the video, but do I have my? I don't have the box in here. I forgot to grab my backpack, which I should have. But I got a new knife this week, and I have the box. Whoops. I hid everything on my desktop. Hopefully I can close you. Nope, there you are. Anyway, I got a new knife this week. It's a new Emerson. So it's a little bit smaller than my other one, and I just wanted one that was a little bit easier to carry just day to day. So I had this one drilled and tapped for left-hand carry. My other one was a right-hand carry, but I prefer to carry my knife in my left pocket. And with how they have their wave feature on there, it's best if it's drilled for the correct side the first time. So I also had the it's a Tonto blade and serrated. So the serration you can order to have done. I did that. And are you left-handed? Nope. I just don't like having my knife in my same pocket as my phone. Literally the only reason I like to be left-hand carry. But yeah, and I was gifted my other Emerson knife by a friend, Mark, and it was just the best knife I've ever carried. So I wanted to pick up another one like it and just a little bit smaller to swap with as well. And man, there's something about them. They're, they don't, like, on the outside, they don't look crazy fancy, but just the way that they're made, the way they feel is pretty incredible. They're not cheap. It's, but I absolutely enjoy them a lot. So this is a box that came the other day, and this came from Paul at PW Designs. Paul Wilhite, previously he was at Proline. He also still does some work for Reefs or at Reefs, but he is not he's not there full time. So if you remember a little while back, he sent me some, some scale banners. But thanks, Josh. So he sent me some scale banners, and I thought they were super cool. I really liked having them at Proline by the Fire, and gave some there. Looks like he also made a new scale palette. So I had him make me up another. I think I had him make me 100 more or something like that. So I got a bunch of those. So I'll take these to events, things like that. That's the reason I wanted them, and it was cool. If you wanted one, I am not selling them or anything like that. But I told Paul, if he wants to put them on his site, sell them, I don't want anything. I don't want any money, anything like that. You do whatever you want to do. You have my full permission to make them, and just, do as you wish. So that's on Paul. If you want to go support Paul, he also is making them with a bunch of other people's names. So that's an option for you there. You could go pick it up, and it's at PW Design on Instagram. And I'm sure that he has got his right there. Look at that. Look at Paul go. pwdesign.com is where you can go to pick those up. Oh, look, he also gave me some SPG ones. So if you see me at events, I'm going to try and have those with me. But that's the reason that I got them. I'm not very good at the rest of that stuff, so I figure I'll try and do a little bit of that. So yeah, that's thanks to Paul for that. Let's see. Riley would like a banner, and next time you see me at an event, have her come ask, and I hope that I have remembered to bring them with me. VP reward points? It could be a thing. Although I paid for these. I don't need to put them in there. I've had the same Phoenix PD 35 for longer than I've known my wife. See, I try and do my best, but every once in a while I will lose a knife. I think I've lost more knives to TSA than anything else, because I forget that I have it in my pocket because I just carry a knife at all times. Well, I think that the best thing that ever happened was that I was gifted that knife, my first Emerson, and I just knew how nice it was, and that it was a gift, and that I really appreciated that. So it makes me remember more. It's like sunglasses. I spend money on nice sunglasses, but then I take better care of them. So just works out. Member Christmas gifts. Nicole used to send out Christmas cards. and we haven't done that in many, many years. So I'll send out a digital photo of the banner. Are you going to be at the Midwest Axial Fest next year? I know it's a long ways. Thought I'd ask. I don't know. It's always at a tough time for me for some reason, but I think that next year my biggest focus is going to be making it to Beat the Creek finally. That's going to be the one that I try to make the hardest. Uh, as far as East Coast stuff goes. I wouldn't mind getting down to another one at Cherokee Rock Village if there's, I know that they have a lot of events down there. Georgia Rock Zombies, I know, throws a bunch, and they just had their it's what was it, Halloween Haul and Crawl? They had that a couple of weeks ago or something like that, and that looked like a good one. I'd like to make it to maybe 2 East Coast events next year, just because I say East Coast. I really mean Midwest/East, because Midwest for one is my favorite. But yeah, uh, where is Beat the Creek? It's in Kentucky somewhere, and I don't know that it matters exactly where. It's Kentucky. You'll find it. No. Ask Nicole for an update on the game. Oh, hold on. She didn't respond. I can just Google it. What's the World Series score? Oh my goodness, it's tied up, top of the 5th. Look at that. The Dodgers scored 5 in the 5th. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. So there you go. Oof. Nuts. Is G6 based? Is the event G6 based? I don't know that event almost much of anything is G6 based anymore. I think that was kind of more of a company than anything, and it seems that that's kind of. I mean, it's not totally gone, but it seems to be pretty gone. Let's. Wait, what happened? Why Rob disappeared from the Discord? What did he say? I missed it. Yay, sports ball. Yeah, I know, right? I'm not a huge sports fan in general. Every once in a while, though, I can get I can get into it for a little while. Would come out to Super Shaw Carl, best compliment East Coast. It's at the same time as Proline by the Fire, though. And I tell you what, it ain't beating Proline by the Fire. I'm here. Nah, Mr. Rob Comfort. The different Discord. That makes sense. There's a G6 in Missouri that's held flat nasty off-road park. Oh, I've been to that one a handful of times, especially when I lived in Missouri. We'd travel out to that one. We had some fun times traveling to and from. We stayed at what was most definitely a very sketchy hotel. I'm pretty sure it was like a Super 8 or something like that. And I was dating Nicole at that point, and we were there with my friend Howard and John. And Howard and John were we were in rooms next to each other, but on the room on the other side of them, there was a disagreement with a lady of the night, and not between them, but between whoever she was having a transaction with at the time. And basically, they didn't get to sleep much throughout that night, as there was a lot of activity with a number of people that had to intervene. So it didn't keep me up. I slept quite well, and yeah, that we're just like, okay. And then all I remember is that on our way back through Columbia, Missouri, we had to stop and get like a 30 pack of White Castle for Howard to take back to like, he wanted to take it home and split it with his, I think like his sister-in-law, or maybe it was even his sister that liked it. And I just remember like another 2-hour drive with a 30 pack of White Castle burgers was the worst road trip smell I can imagine. Ugh. I do not like White Castle anyway. Hi, Josh. Hope you're well. Thank you, Wolf Wink. I am doing well. I'm always well. That was a Super 7, not Super 8. Oh, I tell you, YOLO. The other thing with that is, look, I've been to a number of G6 events. I've traveled internationally for G6 events back in the day. And the organization of those events was never done very well. That was it a Mark 8? That event specifically, when we got to St. Louis, to the place where we were supposed to have the event, we got kicked out because he didn't get permission from the place that he decided that he was just going to do it at some park or whatever. And they're just like, you can't throw an event here for 100 people without a permit or insurance or anything like that. So we ended up having it at like a baseball diamond, and like went out and across the bridge, and then which was just another park in the area. And like, for one, you had to like tell people, like, this was like the night before we found out, and then like had to like get the information to everybody, which is a whole thing. The other time that happened, I had traveled to Buena Vista, Colorado for another Parker event, and we're at the event, actively starting it, going. It was up in the hills, beautiful location. The first time I'd ever been to Buena Vista. And a ranger shows up and is like, hey, what's this? And again, no permits, no insurance, no nothing. And it was just like, and luckily for us, the park ranger was like somewhat cool about it, and was just like, I don't know what exactly got said, but in the end, we were allowed to finish our day before we had to go. And like, those are not isolated stories. So it's just like, sometimes we're like, hey, how about we don't plan big trips around these events that are very poorly planned? Like, if you're just at a local event like that, that's one thing. If you have driven 12 hours or more, maybe not. Nicole and I drove to Canada for one. Warsaw Caves. I always call it caverns, and I think it's just caves. What is the wheelbase and width of your Rockabilly? I'm working on rebuilding my red dot. This is the same wheelbase and width as a VRD. This is based off of a VRD kit, so a builder's kit. So it's using VRD links, VRD straight axles, VRD transmission, VFD, VRD, the VFD that comes in the VRD transmission. So, but with a stubby kit. So it's about 12.6, and width is, I've got 350 hubs on 0.8 wheels with crawlers on it currently, and it's sitting right at 245 millimeters from out to out. So yeah, there you go. You influencers in your romantic RC related vacations. Nicole and I got engaged on that trip. We went to Canada. We went to Niagara Falls. I proposed on a boat because I'm classy like that. And we had a very nice hotel room, the most expensive hotel room I had ever paid for up to that point. And then I woke her up at like 3:30 in the morning so we could road trip up to this event. You know. Wasn't my fault. Wait, what's that? Even VRD drive shafts I see. These are Incision drive shafts currently. I've upgraded those. I built the transmission in this. I put a VFD dig in there. I did the lightweight gears in the transfer case, lightweight motor plate, stubby kit, VFD dig. I can't remember what else I've changed, other than I put on some knuckles from Deluxe Fab, these brass ones. I ordered 2 sets of knuckles from Deluxe Fab. One of them I ordered incorrectly because I did not understand their website fully, or just was going too fast. And I got these aluminum centers with just brass plates instead of the brass knuckles that I wanted. So maybe one day I'll find a use for those, or I will sell them at a swap meet, I guess. Josh, your take on the brushless Arma Groms. I have a regular brushed Arma Mojave Grom, and it is a blast. I love that thing. It, like, we bash around the parking lot, and it's so much fun. So the brushless one, I have to bet would be even better. Do you have a DMG chassis? I don't currently. I've had some in the past. I've known Jerry for a super long time. Jerry ran the local club in Kansas City when I moved there, and he kept that going. He organized the comps, things like that, and which is pretty much what kept me like involved and continuing to keep trying and going. So DMG stuff is probably what made me still, like, kept me in the hobby and going. So that's all on Jerry. Jerry's been doing it a super long time before that, or RC at least. And yeah, he used to make aluminum chassis almost solely. That's all he made. I had him make me a couple of custom like custom chassis way back in the day. He did one for me. Coincidentally, I've got the Jimmy's 4x4 moon buggy, right? Well, way back in the day, Jerry made me a Jimmy's 4x4 chassis for my Wraith, which was, super awesome. I still have one of those at work, actually. But that's all Jerry, DMG. So he's got, and Jerry has such a unique style of his own. Like, it's not for everybody. Everyone's got different styles of chassis, but Jerry does. He just has a crazy artistic style. He used to make like little mini choppers as well. It was the wildest stuff. Racing lawnmowers, mini choppers, sand rails built Ford Pinto motors, just the wildest stuff. So yeah, Jerry's awesome. So I still talk to him here and there. So it's yeah. I hear Grom, I think Mini Moto. I've always wanted one of those little things too. Someone here said, where is Matt? Matt is currently at a work function. He said that he might be able to make it for the second half of the show, which starts right this second. Just clicked to 7 o'clock. So there's a chance that he will be in for the second half. We could see him pop in at any moment. So if you were already thinking about leaving because it was only me, your chances are lessening that it will continue to be only me. $30 more for the brushless Grom. Is that all it is? Is the regular one $200? Because the brushless one's $229, right? Seems like a pretty decent deal. I would, if I was going to buy another one and there was only $30 difference, I would absolutely spend that $30. But you need to buy a Grom to save gas on your trip to work. The C7 burns too much. The C7 is getting considerably better gas mileage already than my Jeep. I drive like 2 miles of highway, and the other 15 miles I drive are city streets. And I think I'm averaging like about 19 in the C7 right now. And the Jeep was getting like 17. So, and it makes way cooler noises. I'm not saying it is cheaper to own overall. I'm not delusional, but yeah, and looks cooler. It is bright orange, so there is no hiding. Which model C7? I got a C7 Grand Sport 2LT. Pretty pumped. Sebring orange. Bright orange. What exhaust you going to put on? I think the MagnaFlow Neo. I think that is the plan. I've noticed that C7 exhausts are very expensive because they've got flappy valves, which start making my own. No, I will not. You know, the first time I actually ever little teaser for tomorrow's most ridiculous video most ridiculous one I've ever done. Probably not the most ridiculous video I've ever done, but it's up there. And for tomorrow's video, it is the first time that I've ever like TIG welded stainless steel. And it was very thin, like very thin stainless. And I've never TIG welded stainless. It was the first time I was like, okay, let's try it. What RC project should I try next? I'm looking for something different than my norm, possibly a CEN 250. I think I don't know. Maybe I would wait on a CEN currently anyway, because it's no I'm not leaking anything by telling you that they have leaked that they've got a new one coming out. Not tomorrow. Don't worry. But I've got a few of them. And what they are, I don't know if you would, maybe you'd like it, but I don't know. I think I get them. And I'm just like, what do I actually do with this? Like, what do I do? I don't know. They're kind of fun to look at, but I don't know. They're popular though. So maybe make it taller. Did I sell the orange one? I wonder where it's at. Maybe I have another one. I have a silver F450. The red F450 I gave to my coworker Brandon because his son wanted one to pull a trailer with. So I said, here, take this and use it. I have another one, a different one. Can't say. And then maybe I have that orange one still. I don't remember selling it. I'll have to look. Where would I have put that? Maybe I did sell it. I had more. I had the blue F450 that I squatted on a live stream. And then I traded that to someone whose username was called Not Tellin'. And I traded it to him in exchange for his wife crocheting me an Afghan. Because Afghans are the perfect nap blanket. And he's like, my wife will make one of those if you'll trade me that truck. I said, done. Fun story. We have a squatted crane. Were you the one that sent me that reel today? I really like the F250, so the one I want is already available. I was looking at the CC Hand utility bed, thinking of trying to make that work. Possibly. I think that bed would be too small. The F250 is a cool one. It's got the Watts link suspension, which it's cool because it's different, right? Well, how was the Afghan? It's awesome. Still have it. Love it. He's like, what colors do you want it? I told him, orange and gray. Great Afghan. I thought other things until you said crocheting. God damn. What's a link? I know damn well you know what a Watts link is, Buck Dandy. I'm here. I made it. Where's Matt? Any minute he could pop in. It's unsure. I'm watching the back end just in case he pops in the lower portion of the studio. We will get him added immediately. My headphones are nearby. There will be no downtime. The look up Defender Customs. They make all kind of cool stuff for the 250s. Who was the other guy? I got a bunch of stuff from somebody. God, who was he? He made like other lift kits and beds and stuff. Also, what's the like hot rod, hot something? I check their site every week for news and that thing. Nothing like nice, heavy blanket. See, that the Afghans are nice and airy, lots of holes. They have some weight. Perfect mix. I even know how they came to be as well. They came from a train inventor guy. Well, I did not know that. I know that they're on the back of a Dodge Durango. How about that? H-Tech? No, it wasn't H-Tech. I know that they've got parts and wheels and whatnot. Get it? Ever see the C7 Aero wagon? I did actually. There's one local that's always at our local hobby shop. There's a red C7 Aero wagon that pops up there. It might be the owner's car. I'm not positive. The owner of our local hobby shop has an insane car collection, like full size CNC Customs. That's exactly who it was. Thank you, Frankie. And 1/10 Rod Shop. That was the other one I was trying to think of. You guys are on it. But yeah, our local hobby shop, he's got an insane car collection, muscle cars mainly, I believe. And I think he's got like full-time people just for his car collection. I don't think that the hobby shop is his main source of income. I think it's mainly real estate. So that's how you make money owning a hobby shop. Make money elsewhere. With it, almost like you could look like you're at a rave or something. What do you mean? Do you mean like a rave? Like I forgot about those effects that we have. Or selling drugs. I mean, I've seen Breaking Bad, and the owner of our local hobby shop, he could be like the Gus Fring, the last person you would ever assume. Could be it, but I don't think so. There it is. I've never seen anybody type that out. That's hilarious. Does it have a back room? Yes, I've been back there. There's only vehicles, only RC vehicles and toys of other sorts. They are the ones. Not Lakers lasers. I was wondering. I was like, I don't know what Lakers means. Freaking laser beams. Freelance farmer. RC country or RC county? No, the bigger one. Country. RC County is a smaller subset of RC Country. So there's RC States and RC County, then RC School District. I'm a scat man. Never go in the back of Hobby Haven. One of my old local hobby shops in Kansas City. Technically, I think that's in Overland Park. And next, I don't know. Don't tell Nicole I said that. Oh, makes Nicole so mad. I'll just blast Scatman for 30 seconds. She's like, what are you doing? It's gonna be stuck in my head all day. I would move to RC County. Yes. So anyway, rockabilly, my main focus. I don't have those lights in here. I'm going to have to, I guess, wait for those to be for another day. Here's something that I bought for the project that comes out tomorrow that I didn't end up using. This is Lin Manufacturing Inc. And this is 1 inch thick 12-inch by 24-inch ceramic fiber blanket. Yeah, so it you can blowtorch right on it and nothing on the other side will get hot. Ceramic fiber. Didn't end up needing it. Bacon pancakes. Bacon pancakes, making bacon pancakes. Is that blanket big enough for two? What time are you dropping the video? I have to double check what the email states for when the scheduled time is. I don't know. I think it's probably around 8:30. I could probably open up the email. Let me search for it. Oops. Hold, please. I will hope to get you this information. Do love the fingerprint sign-in. So handy. I'm not going to do it. Maybe I can do it from my phone real quick. I don't think that I have logged in. Go. New release information. Okay. It is 8:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So that's 5:15 a.m. my time. So it'll be out bright and early for you. Scale news time, basically. So you'll get to see it early in the morning. Velocity Addiction, thank you again. There is a housing community in Florida that is based around everything RC, flying, racing, etc. Really? I just got to move to Florida? But they probably don't have any rocks. I really only care about rocks. So 6 a.m. No. Oh, 6 a.m. your time, Phoenix. 6:15. What size scale is the release? Oh, it's a little bit smaller than, like, you know. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't calculated it. I like to deal with real scales, not what they say. It's a very reasonable scale. That would fit right in. I fear that you're probably correct. I'll be at work when the video drops. Oof. I will still have like 2.5 hours in bed. By the time that video drops, I will still be sleeping. I'm sure snoring quite hard. So 1/24th, then. No, 1/24th is an unreasonable scale. If you are not aware, these are unreasonable vehicles, unreasonable scale. This is not I would not call this reasonable scale. Even though I do participate in this scale, not what I call reasonable. By 11, oh my 2. No, 3:30 alarm is life. Ugh, we almost overlap. By that, like, there's times I'm like, ooh, I really need to go to bed. Yeah, I gotta go to bed. I'll make a post in the Discord at like 1, being like, I gotta wrap it up for the night. Then I screw around on my phone for another hour before I actually go to sleep. Oh, that's right. 1/24th is just perfectly adequate. No, listen, if the Three Bears has taught us nothing, it's that this is not, there's, I don't remember what the Three Bears were, but the one in the middle was the right one, right? Too hot and too cold, and then just right. I don't think about rolling out of bed till at least 7:45. Exactly. And I got to be to work by 8, and I usually roll in there by about 9. So if I sleep till 8, my day's wasted. Yeah, I see. I just move that back. You know, I like to see the start of the next day before I decide if I'm gonna how well I'm gonna participate in it. The yeah. At least you know your fairy tale. I don't know how I remember them, but I'm here. You're welcome. Yes, if you did not catch the Vanquish live stream yesterday, the girls from the packaging department had some fun with some costumes, and I need to get that posted up on my Instagram tomorrow for those that didn't. So you're Goldilocks? That sounds right. I should be in bed now. Ah, I'll get done with this about 8 o'clock my time, and that gives me another 5 hours of work I can get done before I need to go to bed. There we go. Unreasonable scale back up. Karina is from it's no T, and the girls are freaking. They are great. They are great. It's fun. They're great to work with. So I'm lying in bed already. There's so much more left to do in the day. Does that mean last week's code still works? It does not, because I already made a drawing from last week's on the live stream. So next week I'll try and make a code for that on the Vanquish live stream. But you know, I just gotta get to it and stay busy. There's just too much going on currently. The the day Josh goes to work in the dark and goes home when it's dark. I've done that a lot of times. I used to do it all the time, even here. But luckily I can do a lot more remote stuff when I need to. So even when I do wake up late, I can still get, I will absolutely lay in bed and just like answer emails for a little bit, then get up. And then at night, so much time to work at night. Spreadsheets, Google Sheets, being able to they're everywhere you need to be. Isn't that UPS? FedEx. We're everywhere you want to be. Or is that American Express? I don't know. Visa? It's I think you spotted the SPG sticker on my truck and posted it to Matt. The full-size truck. That's spotting RC stuff in the wild. Like, hey, what is that? That's always fun. It's like, That's, at least you know your slogans. I know that they exist. Can't just quite pinpoint to where they came from. But seriously, where's that come from? Who at work is most likely to call you while you're still in bed? So Brandon and Steve, I probably call me the most, but they know when I'm on the road. They know, and they'll call me when I'm on the road. They'll do that pretty reliably. And there's one street that I'm on for a long time coming across town. And there's like, are you on Madison? I'm like, yeah. Because that can mean I'm 3 minutes away or 30 minutes away. But yeah, I got a phone call. I had a FaceTime yesterday morning. I was like, I'm not answering. I declined and said, I'm not answering that. I'm still in bed. But it was the packaging girls. And they were like, hey, they were trying to show me what they thought was their very hilarious costumes. It's like, it'd be inappropriate for me to take this phone call. American Express, we're everywhere you want to be. We need big Vanquish stickers. Yes, absolutely. And we did fill our marketing position. So I can pass that off and be like, you get to do it. Oof, my commute is 18 minutes. I used to have an 18-minute commute. Now I drive like 40. Could be worse. Could be doing it in a different car. What truck did you start fabbing a full cage on, and how bad is it? Like my very first full cage build. Oh, my very first full cage. It was a goat. I think it was a Ibex goat built chassis, which the templates are still on my website. The free paper templates that I designed for that, and that was because Goat Built had like perfect side, front, top profiles on their site, so it was easy to take and scale and move around. It was for a Wraith, and I sold that to a guy named Matt Norby in maybe 2012 or 13, because he had a full size Goat Built, and I believe that he is still in RC, if I'm not mistaken. So I think I still see his name pop up. I think he still has full size buggies and does RC. But it was probably terrible. But you know what? It doesn't matter. If you build it yourself, it's just fun. I'm telling you, it's absolutely. Did you trade it for an Afghan? I probably sold it for $150. If I was to guess. It's yes, Matt is still in. Oh, do you know Matt? Yeah, I think he's in Minnesota. Not doxing him. I apologize. Pretty sure he was at National DeVille's Norby on occasion. What do you know? Traded for Afghan exports. Wyoming. I was way off. I could have thought Afghan itchy blanket. Now they're the best. I won't. Let's. Why won't I show that comment? Weird. Huh. There it goes. I won't drive more than 15 minutes for a job. I like getting home as quick as possible. I'm not getting paid. That's tough in this city. That city has the worst access management ever. Like access, just trying to get to or from our city. You've got downtown city center, and then most of the city is city center's here, mountains are over here, and the most of the city lies between that. And there's two major there's Interstate 80 and Highway 50, and they both go from the city center and they go into V. And most of the city is in this V, except there's no way to get from one to the other as far as you go. So it's just shitty surface streets the whole way. The worst. He traded that cage for a nice duvet. Listen, linen jokes are next level. I bought Cutter from a buddy and put him in a tube buggy. He looks like a little kid. His feet don't even touch the floor of the buggy. What was in that giveaway box of yours that Karina put together? I'm not telling. I gotta make sure that gets shipped. Did that get shipped? I gotta double check. Hella traffic every day. No joke. I'm retired. My God, my commute is from the coffee pot to the couch. One day. I hate driving from Rockland to Folsom. Yeah, It's exactly. It's exact. Welcome to Hazel. Well, Josh, talk to Mary about making our roundabouts. We need a crosstown highway. Would 1,000 VIP points for a VP quilt. It's Dave. I did not ask Matt what he wanted his title to be, so I just made something up. Dave's not here. Cheech and Chong reference? All right. That's Cheech and Chong, right? I drive from Pollock Pines to Sacramento and sometimes out to Roseville. Oh. But well, I mean, just to Sac might not be bad. At least that's all Highway 50, but you gotta go to the other side. That sucks. We are getting a new roundabout in the big city near me. You know you live in the small town when they like start talking about the roundabout that's going to go in 2 towns over. One of the best pop culture references of all times. I've used it a million times. At least you know your movie reference. Hazel, Watt, and Madison, all trash. Yes, absolutely. And Hazel, not really an option for me so much. Watt and Madison both are the worst. The worst. Yeah. So anyway, it's commutes, construction, whatnot. That oh, look at that. It's fine. There's a fun little email from Yes Welder just popped up. That's what tomorrow's video is about. It's a new Yes Welder. My job takes me 5. When the flashing red light becomes an actual signal, big time. I hate they add a new signal. We have a new one going live on my commute tomorrow. Buck Dandy, did someone say what? Oh my god. It was James Watt, and he invented it in 1784 for a steam engine. Hey, call back to the Watts link. Takes skill. Nice work. I now know way too much about your city road. Well, let me tell you, nobody else does because nobody looks at them. You get in the Yes Welder DP200, want to do the group buy? I have it already. I have been using it a little bit, and it's I was trying to do some aluminum dual pulse MIG welding and just not having it just wasn't I wasn't getting it down how I felt like I want, and I just so that's what I was going to try and work on with it. And like the MIG side of it for most MIG welding is working great, but doing the dual pulse MIG on aluminum, I don't know enough about dual pulse MIG welding to fine tune it enough. So yeah, I was needing some help, and they were giving me some parameters to possibly fix my issues or fix my column issues or my struggles. I need an AC DC TIG. I, for the first time, flipped mine over to the AC side of things the other day when I needed to do some aluminum TIG welding, and that was a lot of fun. That was yeah, Frank made me do it. So TIG aluminum is awesome. It was actually a lot of fun. It was a whole experience that I enjoyed quite a bit. So, but you know, Nicole hasn't been yelling much. What is the oh, Yankees are up 5-6, bottom of the 6th. Whoop, whoop. Keep the series going. They were down 3-0 in the series. No one's come back from 3-0 since like the 70s. It's just what they said on the TV yesterday. I don't know those stats. Rockland has all the roundabouts. They absolutely do. Rockland loves a roundabout. There's everywhere. Just roundabout, roundabout, roundabout. They're good traffic calming devices. It's so loud, but great. Yeah, that's no kidding. It is absolutely loud. And I had, yeah. Thoughts on the upcoming Scout? That's a great question. If you didn't see that VW is rebooting the Scout namesake with hybrids. So not full EVs, but kind of like EV with a gas generator. So it's not a gas power plant, it's a gas generator. And I don't know what the actual range was, like 500, something like that. Either way, I don't like it. And it does look like a Rivian. I fully agree. I actually don't mind the Rivians other than their front USB-C looking headlights. But the SUV specifically, the one that makes the most sense to have the Scout name, they took the lines from the Scout 2, which I hate Scout 2s. I just hate them. I think they're the worst. Like I don't like. There's nothing about them that I like. So yeah, that was the one they took the cues from. I'm like, well, that's the worst Scout. Scout 800, Scout 80, great. The Travel All, whatever, good, fine. Scout 2, it's like making a new Bronco and making it look like a Bronco 2. What are you doing? Oh, the worst. The worst. They are using Rivian software controllers, etc. That's why it looks like a Rivian. Well, that makes sense. If they would have made it not look stupid, that would have been great. Tell us how you really feel. I hate Scout 2s. Except the Bronco 2 was actually cool. I do remember actually liking Bronco 2s when I was young. I didn't have such a distaste for Bronco 2s. Yeah, I just nothing. Did we slip into Afternoon's Delight? This is a lot more like what Afternoon's Delight is for those of you who are not members. You know, it looks like a Rivian with lightning port headlights instead of USB-C. But I see a lot. It is kind of wild being out here in California versus back in the Midwest, where like out here, driving down the road, I see, like, I would say 20% of the cars driving with me in the morning are electric, mostly Teslas. Like at any time, there'll be 2 Teslas in direct vicinity of me. Like they're out here, so many electric cars. And you see so many Rivians then as well. And while I think that they look good, generally, those headlights just, like, those are the worst. Those are or at least make those your charging ports if that's what you're going to make it look like. So, yeah, Afternoon's Delight is great. Definitely worth the membership. It's just, yeah, a lot of venting about the rest of what I wanted to say during the news that I generally held it back. California is 22% EV now. Yeah, look at me and my guesstimations. I guess it was off by 10%, but that's pretty close. Or 10%, I said 20%, 2% extra, or 20% of my guess. Oh wow, look at this. EVs are even prevalent here in Podunk, Illinois. I've never been to Podunk. Where's that at? No. Yeah, thank you again, Buckton. The contextiles of the arches line in the contrary directions. There's a certain point in the connecting lever in which there's very sensible vibration for a straight line, hence the Watts link. The convexities, so convex of the arches. Okay, arches line in contrary directions. So there's a certain point in the connecting lever, which has a very sensible variation from a straight line, hence the Watt's link. Interesting. I always thought that the purpose of the Watt's link was just so that during the travel of the axle itself, that it stayed more centered versus the panhard that went on an arc. So maybe that's what they're saying. The convex nature of an arc and a panhard, when you have two of them in the contrary directions, one this way, one this way, at a certain point, connecting lever. So you're saying, that makes sense. This sounds like a patent document. Now, I've understood it. Leave it to Dr. President. I live in the country and we have like 6 Tesla chargers all at one gas station. It's funny to watch people fight over for an hour. So every once in a while, when I'll drive like to LA or something like that, it's 6.5 hours to LA from here. So you get to an area just before like the Grapevine or whatever, and they have a bunch of Tesla charger spots. But during super busy travel times, the lines from it will just like out of the parking lot, down the street, like people can wait hours. I could drive an EV daily and I wouldn't have any problem with it. I don't necessarily have a strong dislike for EVs, but it could never be my only car because I would not do that. I cannot allow myself to think that that is something that I would find reasonable. So for that reason, then I don't own an EV. And they don't make fun noises. I mean, you can make them make fun noises, but like fart sounds as you drive down the road. I am not that smart. I copy and pasted that. That sounded like a patent document for sure. Oh my God. Rolling coal as a test. I will just say that sounds very immature. And I don't drive a diesel, so I can't do that. But I also would probably giggle, even though I know that that's immature, but I would giggle because I am also a child. My sadness. It's actually very funny. So we were leaving the office today, and next to in the building that we have, at the very end of it, there's a glass company. But we were leaving, and Jim, Ripper Machinist, he has a Dodge TRX, and he's remote started it. Wah! I started mine, wah! And one of the kids who works for us, he works in the Swiss stuff, and he also does some IT and IT type programming. He's like, "Oh, those are fun noises," and he drives a Tesla, and he went to summons it. The problem was, so he tried to summons it, but there was someone unloading one of the glass trucks and was like standing there, and the car it got totally confused and like wouldn't leave the parking spot. It's just going, eep, eep. But he thought he was so funny that he was going to summons his car from his phone, standing next to us looking smug. And then it just goes, meh, meh, and then it had to park, and he had to walk to the car. Hey, look who joins us for the last 20 minutes.
Yeah, well, I would have been here 10 minutes ago. You didn't see me in the friggin'...
Is this plugged into anything? Yes. Hold, please. Am I muted? Yes, I was muted.
Ridiculous. You didn't see... I was waiting 10 minutes in the back room.
You were not.
Yes, I was. I was in my Uber. I was in my Uber, and I was like, God damn it, just put me in there, and you wouldn't do it. Ridiculous. So angry. Furious. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the show. Thanks for watching.
How, on a level of of 1 to potato, how excited are you for tomorrow's videos?
Oh man, I'm so excited. You have no idea. I cannot wait. It's gonna be so stupid. I don't know how many times I referred to it as stupid in my video.
So
stupid. So stupid. Like, honestly, I'll be surprised if said manufacturer ever sends us anything again.
I kind of wonder, like, they're either going to think it's super funny or really, really disappointed with our decision that we, for one, did not consult them.
2, that we decided to do it anyway.
3, it didn't even pop up in either of our heads or discussion to consult them.
Nope. I almost sent an email saying you're going to love it, but then I didn't. I have.
It's a bold move.
It's yeah. Let's see if it pays off, Cotton. My guess is that it won't. It will not.
Yeah.
They may think it's hilarious.
They could,
or you know what? They may not care.
You know what? They might not even see it.
Nobody watches our channels anyway.
Like, someone's just gonna be like, "Yeah, I sent it. It said to send to these people, and then I did that, and now I'm done."
I did that. I don't know. After that, it's not my problem.
Yeah, that wasn't on my list to go watch all of them.
Some of you will watch it, and you'll go, "What is this?
What?
Is this a review for this thing or not?" The great news is, if you do need to watch a review in a more traditional sense, there's going to be at least 6 more of them out there. So you can watch those. You can watch those. They'll make a lot more sense. But for those discerning customers or viewers out there, you'll know that we already know this stuff.
Yeah, like you'll know what we think.
Oh yeah, okay. Oh, okay. We'll just watch something else. Okay, great.
Okay.
Good. That's
like you're both of us are wondering if you're right.
I better go look. I better check just real quick.
Still don't know if he's joking.
I think that's a joke. Yep.
Okay. So it's not a top 5, 10 manufacturer. Okay, Barzo, I wouldn't say that.
I wouldn't say that.
I wouldn't say that.
I wouldn't say that at all.
Yeah. Big roll of the dice. Oh my goodness. There is your
Look at that thing.
What color are you describing this as?
Originally I thought it was teal.
Okay.
I had suggested. But this is more, I'm gonna say this is seafoam.
Seafoam. That was exactly the thought that was coming to me. So yeah, thinking that or toothpaste.
Yeah. Yeah. Window green. Let's call it that. I was like, let's just go wild, man. Let's go crazy.
Gold for the money, green for the money.
I like that. It's good. Maybe we should put that on the side.
Yeah.
My eyes. My eyes. Oh, I think I need to replace the front teeth on this one.
On the big releases, I rely on the others to do the spec review, and I just go drive it.
I wish I could say that. It wasn't a heck of a lot of driving in my video.
No, I neither.
Did you drive it
in the video?
Not
yet. No, I probably could though. Still.
Well, mine's uploaded, so I'm done.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah. Hey, I was at trivia tonight with work.
Did you win?
We won in the group of us. There were 4 teams. We came in first. We also came in second overall on our
Nationwide?
team. Bar wide.
Bar wide. Okay. You're really subdividing this group.
We were super smart.
Out of the people that we knew, we were first.
No. It was a large bar. There were many people.
Okay.
We were second.
Okay.
It was a good game. Very well played by us because we were the best of our group.
No, well, that's good. No,
tomorrow will be the last one, which was a tiebreaker for second place. It was sort of Halloween themed. The show The Munsters. Okay. Not sure if anybody from this decade would know it.
Freddie Munster.
Okay. Eddie, I think his name was.
Shit.
That's fine. Whatever.
Okay.
It came out in like 1962.
I've watched a lot of the Munsters, yeah.
It was derived from a comic in New Yorker magazine. From what year did that start?
1942.
No. You were not close. Well, you're close
22.
in that. Okay. I was like, I'm going to take a wild guess at this because I don't know the answer, but I'm going to say time moved slower back then.
Okay.
Right? So like, if you were like, oh, that's a funny comic, now it would be a TV show like the next week.
Yeah.
But if you go back in time to like those days, it was probably like 30 years before that happened. So I was like, I'll guess 1937. The answer, 1938. The other team guessed 1960. Bunch of idiots.
They hadn't even got their mail yet by then. How could
How could they know?
Oh my God. My parents weren't even born in 1860.
Are you for real? My parents were born in my mom is 1950. How is that possible?
We
have fans that are
my mom was born in 62. My dad was born in 55.
Good Lord. The dog's name was Munster.
Ready.
I watched one of Logan's videos today. The dog's name is Sydney, just in case anybody needs to know. You've confused your shows. That's okay, though.
Wednesday post lurch. Yeah. What was the cousin? No, that was it.
I was born in 65. And I'm so proud of you for being able to use a computer.
I mean, that explains the 944. Like that.
It's probably a doctor, but not a real doctor.
PhD. Pretty huge.
He's got a doctorate in like earth sciences.
Geology.
Is that what that is?
Very specific.
The dog is from Sydney. It's an Australian dog.
I will make you feel old. This show predates my son. He is now driving her Jersey cars.
That is wild. What's your son's name? Wheeler?
Atlas.
Named after a Volkswagen SUV. I was listening into your Rivian bashing and your.
I don't mind the Rivian other than the stupid headlight.
Yeah. But you know that Volkswagen put a whole whack of money into Rivian, which is why the Scout exists.
Cool. Make it look better.
I'm still not. I was interested because I like that whole 560 miles of range with the gas generator kind of thing. That makes sense.
When was the last time you drove 560 miles in a month?
I do that all the time.
Do you?
I don't know. I haven't checked. I have to go to the dealership tomorrow, actually, real quick, because the heater doesn't work in hybrid mode. It only works when the gas engine's on. So Not happy.
That's
Stupid follow-up.
Are all the appointments at the dealership taken between like 4:30 a.m. and 8:30?
Yeah, I had to go at 1:30 p.m. I was like, what is this?
All the mechanics are super tired. They've been there for 12 hours already.
Yeah. So because it is already 10:52, super excited about tomorrow's video. Comes out early.
Yes. 8:15 Pacific. No, Eastern.
8:15 Pacific. Oh my God.
Yeah.
So leisurely for me.
Yeah, comes out very early.
Very early.
I don't
think our videos are going to do well.
I don't know that they will either.
No.
I have a catchy title, I think.
So do I. I'm pretty happy with my title. I'll share it with you after we're done.
Okay.
Because it does give it away.
Yeah.
But I feel like the thumbnail is solid.
Yep. I've not done
but
my thumbnail needs. I don't have a good thumbnail. I think.
Really?
I may need
based on the teaser that you did on the members only, it looked quite good.
I think that might be basically what not just that part, a little bit more context to it. But I think that yeah. So
okay. Well, we'll see how it goes.
Yep.
I should hope the title gives it away.
You never know.
Logan, did you get one of these?
Yeah, Logan, do you have a video coming out at 8:15 tomorrow morning?
I bet you do.
Eastern time. I bet he does too.
I bet you he does.
I bet.
I know RC Girl does for sure, because she was teasing it quite aggressively today.
Interesting.
I don't know who else.
Is
it a rig? Yeah, it's a rig.
It's a rig.
It's a friggin' rig. Friggin' rigging it up tomorrow. I might hog it up tomorrow too. Because the Volvo will be in the shop, so I got to take my hog out.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then did I get any super chats? Let me just check real quick.
I don't know.
I did.
I read it anyway because I just was looking at chat.
Thank you, Buck Dandy. Much appreciated.
There you go.
James Watt was.
We had a lot of talk about Watt's link.
What? Logie Bear, what happened? That's
interesting.
Not good. That makes me very disappointed.
I am also.
Yeah. Oh, mail. Yes, I did get some mail. It's in the form of this seafoam cage from H-Tech for the H10 optic. And I think I'm pretty much done with this one now. Like them wheels?
Hey, yes, the whole shot. You're pretty much done with that one, you think?
I think so, yeah. I think
I mean,
pretty much finished.
That Castle Slate motor is clashing with the color of the chassis, and I feel like you need to change that.
Do you think I could take that to get re-anodized?
Yeah, just knock out the windings to it. I follow a guy on TikTok.
Oh, you're on the TikTok, eh? All right.
I am 100 years old, evidently. He shows you how to rewind the motors.
Okay. Oh, so I'll unwind it first.
Yeah.
Not just take them off.
No, you can't. You got to unwind it because that's part of the case.
What about like if I use like one of these?
That'll help to get them out there. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Old guy mode engaged.
I know what it is. Hobby Shop channel's been showing it all day.
God, that sounds on par.
That sounds accurate. Yeah.
You know what?
Tell me what Hobby Shop. I want to go watch the videos.
Wines are overrated. Yeah, just get like 2 or 3 of them. It'd be fine.
Yeah, I don't need that many.
Gotta go fast. That newfangled Tic Tac.
God, do we have time for F1 talk?
Unfortunately for our fans,
Well, I don't think we do. Yeah,
we
no,
don't
let's
have
not do it. No.
And I don't want to talk about how
6
many
minutes of
spots I
me.
dropped anyway. So yeah.
Oof. Yeah. I think I'm still in 18th.
Is it the new Jado? It is not.
No, it's not the new.
There's a new Jado.
I've seen that leak as well. Yeah.
Is that the one that was at Nursa? Was there one at
Yes.
Nursa? There was.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yes. Yes. I am still 18th. I'm beating Nicole now.
Are you really?
Mhm.
Ooh, she's gonna be so pissed.
It's easy. Just, go with the winners.
Yeah. I don't have any money for that.
Feel free to forward my email to whom it may concern. I'll definitely send it to that person at that place.
At that place. And Logan, I will use the correct email as to make sure that it is able to work.
Yeah, west at desertwheeler.com.
Yeah.
.Sydney.
There was an issue he thought on his account on the website. And I was like, no, it should work. Going through, I was like, wait, what email address are you using? He told me, no. I go, no, your account's on this one. Oh.
Oh, on the Vanquish place?
Yeah.
See, Logan, the way around that is to not order anything from them.
Yeah, exactly.
Save myself all kinds of trouble.
Can we at least get a teaser for what the company is?
Absolutely. It's from an RC company in our...
There you go. I can't believe you just told everybody. He really just told everybody. Wow, it's weird.
Yeah. Too bad you can't read lips that weren't moving during the time that I was muted.
Nope, it was. So, yeah. Well, that is my task for the rest of the evening, is to finish my video. I have to decide if I'm going to do some voiceover or just music. I haven't decided there yet. And
I will tell you that when Josh told me how long his video was, my eyes were aghast, and I went back and I shortened my video because
how the tables have turned.
I felt like 45 minutes was too long. Because really, realistically, for the amount of things I actually did, I don't know how I managed to stretch it down. It should have been 3 minutes.
So to not break any news or anything like that to you guys, rather than just doing a review as a company would probably expect us to do when sending us
And
something new,
hope for.
Matt and I were just like, hey, let's do something dumb with them instead.
And my stars, you will not disagree with that.
3 minutes of review,
Yes.
roughly, in about a 20-minute video.
Yeah, 6 minutes of review followed by 39 minutes of whatever that was. No, not Relarlo.
I did touch base on that a little bit at the beginning, how there's some of us who have decided to take down our previous Relarlo videos and not do
I
any
shan't
further
be doing any more.
No further business with that particular company. No. So it is
a wise decision.
Yes, agreed. So 24 hours of mayhem, kind of like 5 days.
Yeah, how many is 5 days?
Yeah, like math that up. It's like 120,
like 142
hours.
How many hours is that?
No,
I will say I didn't do much for some of the time that I was asleep. 4 times 5, 120.
Yeah,
20 right on the nose.
Yeah, I don't know how I couldn't get that. But...
I missed it. What's wrong with them? Are you talking about us or Relarlo?
Relarlo. We didn't specifically say. There was just some slightly
shenanigans.
Some business practices that did not appease several people. I was not directly affected, thankfully, mainly due to my own laziness. But I was standing with my fellow. I was just like, I'm good with that. I'll remove my video.
Yeah.
So yeah, there you go. Fun.
It's a TF3 Pro for sure. Oh my God.
They're actually going back the other way. They're TF1 Pro.
Yeah.
So
for all, let me be crispy clear. If RC 4-wheel drive ever sent me a product again, there's something wrong in the universe.
And if after they bonked their head and did that for Matt, then decided to send me one as well, the company has been purchased, and the new owner wants to see the world burn. So,
I mean, we've got friends there, and I've been to the head office.
Oh yeah,
but I still don't think there's any chance of that ever happening again.
I've been in throughout. Well, the old building, not the new one. Have not been in the new building.
You took pictures near it, though.
Purchased by aliens.
Yeah. It'll just be old stock of all their pens.
Melted
What's
down.
Up, guys? We've got a new fresh review for you today.
Ink pockets, like
Mostly just pens. All right, it's 11 o'clock. I made my appearance.
I have to go finish video. I'll see you all tomorrow morning, bright and early.
8:49 or what time is it? 8:15?
8:15, 5:15. So the release is Def Red versus Blue, isn't it? Did you watch that whole video?
Oh man, I could not watch the whole thing.
Yo, it just keeps going and getting worse.
Is there no talking? Is it just weird faces the whole time?
Yes. For those of you who don't know what we're talking about, RC4 Drive, go to their Facebook when you get a chance and watch their latest Red versus Blue video in its entirety. It's like 2 or 3 minutes.
Sense.
Don't leave any nasty comments.
No, don't comment.
You can comment back on this video what you think, but do not leave any nasty comments on Facebook.
It's not on their. It's not on Instagram. Oh no, it is.
Is it? It's 3. Is it 3 minutes still?
Oh boy, I'm watching it right now.
Oh,
this is.
No, I'm looking. I was doing this.
It's so cringy.
Yes, that video right there. Yeah. Go watch that video.
I don't get it at all.
It's everything red.
Mike's faces. I love you, Mike, but what the hell is going on with
these videos? Are
the good news is I don't think anybody else got it because it's got 170 likes.
And they have like 100,000 followers.
Do they have that many? They do. 160,000 followers.
160,000. There you go.
Yikes.
Tell them Josh and Matt sent me. No, thank you.
No,
thank you.
Please don't. They already hate us.
That's a, you know.
Dude, that's the other mail call. November 8th. My Mac Mini.
Congratulations.
Show.
I got you something. It's this balloon.
Yeah. That's great. I appreciate it. How many views, likes, and followers from my viral reel? I got 80,000 followers.
80,000 followers?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's about
not
normal.
Bad.
Each one of my viral ones has got me about 80,000 as well. That's why I have 50,000 total.
Right. Well, sometimes, Josh, you just know what works. Does Red Cat hate you guys also?
No, we're good friends with them. Owner as well.
I like them.
You met the owner at NERSA. No, Red Cat
a
guys are
nice
great.
convo.
So I don't like Scout 2s, but
Red versus Blue, I just pulled up on Facebook, has 25 likes, 2 comments, and 1 share. I'm going to say that didn't work. Whatever that was.
Red Cat versus Blue Cat. Now, if
Not everything's going to be a winner.
If they spoofed it, so much respect for Red Cat.
100%. Red Cat doesn't hate them.
Wait till tomorrow morning. No.
Yeah, roll up on our website around 8:15. Things are going to change. Let me tell you.
All right, everybody. Thank you, Matt, for joining us for the last 20 minutes.
Happy to be here.
Thanks, guys. We will see you next week.
And yeah, no what's on the bench tomorrow either.
No,
because we got the strong video release at 8:15 a.m.
Hot new release tomorrow morning.
It's gonna be hot. You are right about that.
Goodbye.
Love you. Bye.